Okay, 8.43 one-handed national record average. Okay. Okay, so I made reconstructions. So this is the first solve, the first scramble, and then you have this pair on yellow blue. Yellow red, I couldn't find anything good, so actually, yeah, that actually isn't anything good. No, never mind. So I did yellow blue anyway. So I did F prime D prime B prime to solve the first square here, and then wide R U prime R to F to solve the rest. Then DRH ends up here at the back. So this, and then these two here. Then UR2. Then I did this pair at the back. So, and then this pair cancel into it like that. Now I saw that the one of the EOLRb just went here, and the other one is here, and it's going to end up here opposite to the solved oriented wide edge. So like that, and then I did the EOLRb, and then 4C. So that's solve 1, and it's an 8.40. Okay, solve 2. I did. What did I do? Oh yes, I did yellow green. So I started from this angle, and I saw that by doing D2 U prime, F prime, you solve the first square, and then this one you can solve it in another 3 moves. But then you notice that the DR edge ends up like misoriented over here. So before doing the final F, you can do a U to orient it. I'll just show it. So, and then I rotate it up. Sorry, this, and then R prime. This ends up here. So to orient it, you do UF. Then you insert it, and then so this, and then I had to peek at the back. I found this, and then I inserted it. Now I recognize the CMLL, so it's just this case, and then U into the EOLR, U to M2, U 4C. Okay, I won't do the third solve because that was a 19. So the next solve is the 7.49 current national record single. I feel like it could have also been a lot better, but that's fine. So obviously you see this one move, oops, see this one move square, and then you also have this pair at the back, and then you also have this DRH that is opposite from this. So pretty straightforward way to pair them all together is R prime, U prime, R, D prime, B, which solves the DRH as well. And then I also predicted second square, but it's a bit hard to explain. So D prime, P prime, and then this ends up here, so you can just go into it. I should have taken note of this, but I did not. So I did R prime, and then I peeked at the back, U prime M, and then insert. Now this is a bad CMLL case, so the alg just goes like this, but that's fine. And then here I should have done something a lot better, but what I did was this, just very basic EO to LR, U prime, ME to M prime. But what I could have done, so when I got here, I should have noticed that this was green, this was blue, so could have just done EOFB like that, and it would have given a very nice 4C as well. So that could have been a 6. Okay, then this is the last solve. This is a 7.64, which secured NR average. And this was also another 6 fail, I think even more of a 6 fail than the previous one. But obviously you can see it's kind of crazy. 2 move first block, R2, B2, and then this DRH stays here, so you do wide RU, wide R2. And then wide RU, wide R2, and then you see this pair, which even if you just do C-fob, you know that this is just a very nice multi-slot. U prime this, and I got to this point at like before 4.5, so I panicked a bit, and then I know that by doing U2, like you would solve this EOFB because this is kind of a bad case, and I know that U prime M prime would also make this a white line on top, so it would give a 4C skip, but I just locked up and paused a lot, and I just did this, which gave a 7.64, which is a 8.43 NR average. overall, it's nice to be WR12. Nice to get an average representative of my global.